For a lot of you, kids went back to school, teachers are back to teaching. Are you exhausted after your first week? Happy to have you here. However your week has been, just always I always look forward to our Friday nights together, and I hope I'm not the only one. There are a few of you here that must enjoy it as well. Hello, Dawn. I was talking with Dawn earlier this week, so big hugs to you, my friend. I see Kari is here. Who else is joining us tonight? Hi, Sarah. Hi, Poppy. How are you? Hi, Julie. I hope that people are going to play along tonight. This is going to be a fun one. So you're going to need some ink. I'm going to use some 49 and Market Ranger ink. You can use Distress ink, whatever you have. Hi, Connie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ginger. How are you, friends? Dion. Very happy to be here. So you need a stencil, a large sheet of plastic, so like your cover of your foundations paper, because we're going to do a big background. And there is Cherie, which I'm going to lead right into this, and I'll repeat it a couple times. Did you see that I posted, my friend Paige posted, my friend Lael posted, that spots opened up for Conroe in Texas. A lot of you guys were talking about, like, what's this Texas event? I'd love to do the Texas event. Well, if it fits into your schedule, we have space for you guys. So I did post, Cherie is here. You can get in touch with her at Cherie, Cheri .valley, Valley, at gmail.com for all of the details. But right, it's going to be fun. And you guys know I'm doing the flip book, which I'll find at some point. It's a lot of stuff has been happening in the studio this week, so stuff is everywhere. So I'll show you. I am so looking. Did I say Valerie? Unfortunately, when I hit Friday nights, sometimes the night before is a no sleep night. My daughter went to see, who'd she go see? Country dude. Morgan Wallen in Toronto yesterday, and her and her friend decided they would have some chicken fingers. And at 3:30 in the morning, I am awoken to say, Mom, can you come help me? And she had full-on food poisoning. So that was fun. And then Simon thought it would be fun 20 minutes prior to that to do his thing where he puts his claws under our door and bangs it repeatedly. So that happened. And then I finally get back to sleep after helping Devin and get her into bed with some water. And then Simon thinks it's going to be a good idea to come back and do it again. So needless to say, I apologize if I make no sense tonight. It could very well happen because I'm running on fumes, right? That was not a lot of sleep last night. So, it doesn't matter how old they are. You get a cat baby and the cat baby keeps you awake. So, yeah. So sorry that it is Cherie Valerie, not Valley. I just made her a Valley doll. Cherie Valerie. But I know that some of you guys were asking about that because Texas sold out in under 23 hours. So for there to be spaces, right, that it could be really fun if you can make it. So definitely want to check that out. I posted it, so there's links as well. If you follow Lael or Paige, the links to the webpage are on my Instagram. They might have been on my Facebook too. I'm not sure if it went between the two, right? Yes, my pants are on. They're not inside out. They're not backwards. They're hard pants. I have a shirt on. I put makeup on for you guys tonight. So I feel like, take me as I am, but at least I'm fairly put together. I just might not make sense. So whatever, come as you are. That's always my thing here. Come as you are. So I was talking to my friend Natalie, and I said, what should I do for Friday Night Live? And she said, do a boy layout with Flower Emporium. I'm like, perfect. So what did I do? I went and picked out all the blue and green elements, no flowers, and we're going to do some mixed media. So I have a sheet of foundations paper, a large stencil so that you could cover a bigger area. I have foundations paper, and I have sheet, like the covering sheet of my foundations paper, because we're going to do a watercolor kissing technique. And we're going to kiss it like it's the rock, not like it's your grandma tonight. We're going to give her. And then we're going to dry it, stencil on top, and we're going to make a layout. So it's going to be super fun. So I hope you play along. And like I said, you don't have to have Flower Emporium. You can pull any of your stash. And I love that you guys have been posting on the Vicky Booten Creative Community on Facebook. It's a private group, but you just request to join, and we love, come play with us. It's awesome. So I'm just excited because I've been pretty consistent with the Friday Night Lives being home right now. And like I said last week, thank you for doing these with me, because you give me a reason to create, where otherwise it's a lot of the business is business now, and it's not making as much. So I am thankful for you guys, because then I get a chance to come and play. So thank you. And thanks for joining me, because I don't know, it's a great way to spend my Friday night. It's not like I'm out partying anymore. So I get to have my ice cap. I have a treat tonight. The kids picked me up an ice cap, and we're going to play and make some art, make a layout. You could make this into a card using the technique. So whatever kind of crafting you do, you are welcome to join me. You don't have to do paper crafting, memory keeping, scrapbooking kind of pages, right? Hi, Brianne. How are you? I've missed you. Yeah, you used to be here all the time, right? But is Devin better today? She had to go to work because I said, you're big now, and you're a dental hygienist, so you kind of have to go to work. So she just didn't eat when she got up. She went and didn't eat till she got home. So she made it through her day and then had a nap, which she needed, right? Having taken the GO train, getting home so late, getting sick. She probably only got about 3 hours sleep last night. So she is much better. She is well enough to be out for supper tonight. So it had to have been a case of the food poisoning, because it hit her pretty hard. She was going to pass out too. It was kind of freaky, but there's a TSA, right? A little bit of information. Do not eat the chicken strips at the concert venue. Don't do it. Have a pretzel. Like, you don't want to eat something that has to be cooked to a certain temperature. That's all I'm saying. You might have people who only cook when they go to work. So you could end up poisoned. So her friend was fine. She's the only one who got hit with it, right? Yeah, have a pretzel or popcorn. Pretzel, popcorn, French fries. You should be safe. Don't have the chicken. Don't eat seafood. I would say don't do those things, right? So I am going to flip the camera. Here we go. Boop. So you got to see a quick shot at the mess, because there is a lot of work going on this week. I have, let me get up to our conversation so I can see. Oh, see my belly? Let me adjust one more. Ooh. So I saw a question, remind me question. Refresh my memory. Is Bristol paper like your foundation paper? Need to buy some of your paper? Yes, it's similar, because it has kind of a vellum finish, and that's what makes this magic, is the mediums sit on top. So it's great for mixed media. It's great for inking, right? Did we hear that new VBoo stencils are coming yet this year? So Wendy, we're working on it right now. The designs are being designed. Like, I drew them all, and now Melissa is cleaning up so they can go to production. So I should be sending those off for production next week. And then we will have probably a month. I'm hoping I can have them for Texas. Can I share some other exciting news? So yes, there will be. I drew, I think, about 6 to 7, 8 new stencils, 2 new stamp sets. I'm not going to do dies with them, at least not right now, because dies are produced in China. Everything else I can do in the US. So it's going to be a little bit of fussy cussing, but we can do it. They're not that intricate. And then on the 11th, so that's next Thursday, I will be with Janine on the 49 and Market website, introducing my new collection. So I am thinking that I am going to go and do my live walkthrough the following week. I don't think I want to do it next Friday, not right after the Thursday one. So I've created some projects with it so that you can see. And I have to tell you, oh my goodness, this is probably Christmas for Christmas. I'm working on my project so I can put some sneak peeks up and we can clear the last few albums or project kits I have out. And then I'm going to be going live with a walkthrough. I think, I don't know, maybe the Monday, like not the 11th, whatever the Monday after that is, or Wednesday. What do you guys think? Because I want to do the full walkthrough of it. And then the kit pre-order will go up. And then I want you guys to know, if you are going to be in Texas, I am going to be bringing kits there. So I'm also going to set up, this is different because normally you won't see me in real life around times that kits go for sale. But I'm going to bring some with me to Conroe, and I'm going to set it up on my website that you can just do a pre-order of like $25, and then you can just buy it when you're there and you don't have to pay shipping. So I will send a newsletter out with all of that information. But just to give you a rundown again, there is a new release that's going to be coming out. It is beautiful. Some of the stores have got a sneak peek of it already. We're going to be releasing it. So it is a collection, and then there is a collection pack that features Halloween. The colors all go together, so it will work with the other elements in that collection. I am going to do my normal weekend event. It will not happen until the new year, but the kits will go for sale. It won't happen until the new year, but the Halloween one will happen. The Halloween is going to be a layout class, and then if you buy a second collection pack of that, I'm also going to do a flip book class for free. It's going to be a Saturday class for free that you can put it on the flip book stand. You don't have to buy a new stand. My whole idea is when the Christmas one you can take off, you can put the Halloween one on. So just to kind of give you an idea. Kits, my order just came today. Greta shipped it. 2 pallets arrived for Canada. We are kitting this weekend. The Christmas kits are going to be shipping late next week. So very excited about that. If you decide that you're going to order, you haven't ordered Christmas and you end up ordering it, it can go in the same box. So lots of good info, okay? Will Halloween be released? Yes, it'll all come out on the 11th. So the release will be on the 11th. It'll start shipping, right? Any questions for that? Any questions for that? Because that's a lot of information, right? So bullet points again. I will be doing the walkthrough release with Janine. You will see my full walkthrough where I go and tell you all the inspiration, you know, because it's my baby. I love to do my walkthrough. The following week, I will send a newsletter out and keep you guys all posted. My kits, again, are limited. That will go live the following week. If you want to do the pre-order for that, that class won't happen for the main kit with a new release until the new year, because it gives us something to look forward to, and we have too much going on prior to Christmas. And then, but Halloween is going to be a second class. It's going to be a layout class. So I already started. I want to give you a peek so bad. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, I don't know. Is that clear? Did I give you all the information? So there's a main kit. There's going to be a Halloween kit. There will be access only for the Halloween kit because I bought very few. I just want to do something with it. It's my first ever Halloween collection, so I'm super excited about that. I will list everything that's in it, but you will want to, when you are shopping with your favorite stores, because you know I'm going to be doing lots with this, you're going to love these collections, is I'm going to do a second class for free using only the collection kit to make a flip book. I can't peek it. I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm just telling you, I did a layout. So it's right beside me. It's so pretty. I did 2 layouts, the first time ever, right? You won't tell anyone. But if Janine is here, she will get mad at me. I'm not allowed. But I'm just telling you, I think you guys are going to love it. And here's the fun thing is, can you show us the tree? I can't show you the tree because it's attached to my page. What can I show you? I can show you this for the Halloween collection. I'll show you this because I think it's awesome. Look at that laser cut. I'll show you that. Isn't it beautiful? but I can't show you the tree because it's actually attached to my layout, and it's beautiful. It's I'm just telling you, it's so fun. Can show you that. But if you love Halloween, it's not cute Halloween. It's, I don't know. It's a Vicky Booten Halloween. I would say it's a Vicky Booten Halloween. So it's going to be fun. I feel like it's more, if you like Tim's version of Halloween, you will like Vicky's version in paper crafting of Halloween. So that will give you the little thing, right? So yeah, it's beautiful. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be going through that. So I will give all the details. I'm going to post it on Vicky Booten Creative Community so you kind of have a heads up of what's going to be happening. You can order whatever you want in the, if you're like, I want the Halloween and I want to add the new collection and the Christmas kit because you hadn't ordered it yet, whatever. Just put it in the box. We'll figure it out. Okay, so yeah, that's all coming. It's going to be good. And then make sure you're going and visiting your favorite scrapbook stores because, they are so awesome, support me so much. So, we're going to use everything in the kit for the class. And then you're going to want the extras because, like I said, this release, if you love purple, I saw somebody, when I showed a peek, they're like purple. I'm like, there's purple in this collection. It's very pretty, right? So did I miss any questions? Any questions? Yeah, I think Dion mixing it with some of Tim's new Halloween stuff will be awesome. I'm going to adjust one more time because you can see my belly. Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see that. Okay, let's do the thing. So for tonight, I grabbed, this is from the inside of the laser cuts. I might use these frames, I might not, but I grabbed it. I grabbed this title. Hey, love that smile. I grabbed some tabs because I like to kind of layer pieces, some frames. So my color palette is kind of green and blue. Some frames. So whatever you want to use, but no flowers, just one little leaf, one lonely leaf, a little pocket. But I did put leaves because I thought that could be fun, right? This would be a great layout for if you have a teen going back to school, boy or girl. And then, some little bits and have some stickers. So did anybody have any questions about all of the whatever I was rumbling on about? Because I don't even know what I'm talking about tonight. When you're this tired, it's serious, right? Our brains just don't work the way they're supposed to. And I have some paper, I have some stickers, like I said, but let's start with our mixed media. So what I want to do, I kind of sketched it out. This is my very raw sketch. I want to do where I cover like a good portion of my background paper. So I'm going to do a kissing technique with my inks. I'm going to dry that and then we're going to stencil right on top of it. Very tone on tone. I think these are the two ink colors that I'm going to use. Summer Sky and Arctic Blitz. So you could go in and you could pick out of your distress if you don't have these new 49 and Market Ranger inks. You can just pick something similar. Just match it. You have the color matches for Flower Emporium. So whatever you want to do, whatever color background, but tone on tone will be nice. Like something that is close on the color wheel. Okay. Yes, the purple is very pretty. The color palette for, what peek can I give you? What do I have here? What do I have that I can peek you? This is fun. So in the new collection, look at this piece. Isn't that fun? I love it. It's like a cross section of wood. It's going to be good. I'm just telling you, there's tons of texture in this collection. I just feel like it is the perfect meeting of minds with 49 and Market and Vicky Booten. Like it's going to be really pretty. So I'm excited. We've been talking about it for a long time. So for it to finally come to fruition is always super exciting. I picked this stencil because I wanted a larger one. Do you have to have a larger one? No, you can use anything as long as it's repeatable so you can move it across the page, right? Is Flower Emporium still available? Ginger, I probably have 1 or 2 kits left. I have one of cut and paste left. I was just at my studio space today because we're going over to kit the flip book tomorrow and get started on kitting for Canada. Greta's almost done the kitting, so I said let us catch up because we don't have as many kits here in Canada. So let us catch up. But yes, if you are interested in it. And then I have some loose stuff. But the whole problem is I don't know what Greta has. This is all Canada. The stuff I have here can only ship to Canada. So there's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of grab boxes, and I'm going to post it on my site that says Canada only. And I'm sorry, friends, you know, I wish that it could be another way, but right now it can't. But I need to clear the stuff out. So exciting though. I was talking to my friend Lisa, and I will be back for any of my friends with Scrap Fest. I'm planning on that, so that is here in Canada, in Kitchener, Ontario. It's really fun. So we're even talking about 3 classes. We'll see. Because don't forget, I'm a Sizzix signature artist. That's going to be releasing in the new year. Lots. I know, Connie, she even said that you asked. Are you totally sold out of the flip book? I have to look, Wendy, but I think that I am. But email me, the first person to email me if there's an extra, I'm going to reach out to you because we always keep 1 or 2 kits in case there's like damage or anything. So just email me, okay? You did ask her. She told me. She said your name in the email, so I love it. So I have my plastic because I'm going to put ink on here and water it, but not a full square. And then I'm going to flip it and I'm going to kiss it to the background and I'm going to create a partial inset background of watercolor, right? Of watercolor. So it's going to be fun. There's a lot of fun stuff coming, friends. And then for my friends in Australia, don't be mad at Michelle. I owe her an email. We've been emailing back and forth, but this week was just crazy town. I had tons of meetings. I had design stuff I was doing, deadlines like crazy, and there's just not enough hours in the day. Do you feel like that at all? It's just not enough hours in the day. Use your kissing technique to create a layout for my mom for her 49th anniversary. I love that. She hung it and put it on the wall. I love that. I love when you make something for someone who really appreciates your crafting, because it's not always the case, right? And it can kind of break your heart. Can you use acetate? 100%. You can use packaging. You just need a bigger piece. So even if you have a collection pack of paper, take your stuff out. Or you know what else would work really well with this is a page protector. Page protector could work. Sorry, I had to have a drink. A little bit of a sore throat tonight, so fun times. So I think I'm going to do tone on tone. I think I want to use Summer Sky as my background, my base color. I want my ink to be in the upper left-hand corner, so I'm going to ink on my sheet on the right, upper right, and in the lower left. Okay, so that, but not to the edge. I'm going to bring it in. So I know when I put water in here and I squish it out, because I'm going to kiss it like it's the rock, I'm going to come in probably with my ink 1.5 inches to 2 inches in. So I'm going to carry it across like this and kind of ink in an L-ish. Okay, I think I'm going to do this in 2 separate steps. Do I want to? No, I'm not. I'm going to do it in 1 step. And then remember, I want some in the lower left. So I'm inking directly on. You need a water-soluble ink to do this technique. Okay. Less is more. You can always add, but you can't take away. So I feel like that is enough ink. And now I'm going to go in with water, and I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to kiss it to the background. A bit behind, what are the colors that are similar to 49 and Market that you're using? Let's look, because that ink will sit there. You could use Salty Ocean if you wanted to, and Prize Ribbon would work. You could use Any blues, any greens, faded jeans would work. Broken china and faded jeans if you wanted. You just want to stay in the bluer blues, not in the green blues. Okay? Those would work though, wouldn't they? They're not exactly the same, but they actually, you have a bigger chip sapphire is pretty dark. You could use it. But don't use it for your kissing. Use it for the stenciling. What is the other one? Why can't I remember the one color that is in my head? But remember, head is tired. So let's ask the magic unicorn, where I keep all my distress samples, swatches. I like Salty Ocean. I do. Any of these, really. Right? Don't you think? You could go into any of this. Stormy Sky, Faded Jeans. Prize Ribbon's pretty dark. I'd stencil with it. You want your lighter color to go as your watercolor. Okay, the lighter for the watercolor, darker for the stenciling. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with water. You want this to be wet enough so it's moving around, but you don't want it to be so wet that when you go to kiss your background, the water has to go somewhere, right? So I'm going to start with that. When you do this technique, if you're newer to this, you also want this to flow, because if it doesn't flow, you're going to just stamp that pattern right onto your background. And we don't want that. And if you put too much ink down, which I might even remove a little bit of that with my paper towel, but right now I'm going to blend it. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But I want, when I move this, if I pick this page up, I want this ink to flow around. If it's not moving, you're going to stamp the pattern. You're not going to make a watercolor. Okay? I'm excited about this. So I want to do technique because I think that's a fun thing on a Friday night. But this technique is not going to be super labor intensive. I'm going to wipe some of that out. I can always come back in and add. Less is more. You can always add, but you can't take away, right? And let's see what we get. So the point I was making is, does it move around on your page? It should move around. If it doesn't move around, you're not going to get a watercolor effect, okay? So let's go in. Sorry, I want to make sure you can see. My cords are hanging all over. Oops! Look, see what I just did? Don't do that. What Vicky just did. Wipe that up. Wipe that up. It's okay if it drips when you flip. And now I'm going to flip it and kiss it. Right, I want that to move around. I don't really like that right there, but I think I'm committed. Whatever. I can always go in with a second layer, so let's just do the things. Move it around. I want it to soak into the background, so I am pressing a little harder than I normally would, right? See this part when I wiped it up? I don't like that, but we'll stencil over top. So we're giving it a second so it's soaking into the background, because you know when I pick this up, it's going to all suck into the middle of the page. So I want it to deposit as much pigment as possible and move that around when I lift it, so I don't just have those lines. You see what I'm saying? This part, we'll have to fix that because that's no bueno. I'm going to dry this layer and I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to just control my ink a little bit more now. Okay? I didn't want that, but I'll fix it. I'm going to fix this by cheating a little bit. I just don't like that it kind of looks like a windshield wiper. So we'll see if we can tap, tap, tap some of that pigment in there. But we will kiss on top of that again. Okay, I'm going to get my heat gun. I'm going to dry that. So with this technique, you could use one ink color. You could use one ink color because you're not going to get the same color when you're adding water as you will when you use ink directly out of the pad. Your kissing never looks good? Well, you know what they say, Marlo. You just got to practice. You got to practice that kissing to be a good kisser. I would say 9 times out of 10, not enough water. But I bet if I talked to your husband, he wouldn't agree. He'd say Marlo is a great kisser. So I'm not baking this like a cookie. I'm just trying to take some of that moisture out. So when I go to put the next layer on top, it's going to build depth, right? I said hello right back. I said hello right back. I've met Marlo's husband before, so if you're like, wow, Vicky's being cheeky tonight. It could be the case, but this time I am not being cheeky. Met Marlo, her husband, and her 2 girls. It was awesome. On a cruise, we cruised. So I'm going to put a little bit, now I'm going to control it. Okay? So this is a big piece to use, right, when you're trying to add. Ooh, look what I almost did. Don't get crazy like I just did. But I'm just going to go in now and kiss this on top. Because now I want less. I don't want as much pigment deposited as I just did. So let's take that. So you heard Natalie say she has company tonight, so that's nice, right? That is nice. You're okay, Nat. We will be here when you are here. She is always here, so I get it. Look, I like that. So just adding another layer on top. I'm going to add a little bit more across there too. I'm cleaning between so I can control what I'm doing. So I want kind of a line of ink up there. So I'm going to put a line of ink. So I can fill that in. Boop. Love it. And let's do some drips. I'm going to pick most of that up because I don't really want it to be dark. And I'm going to tap into it. I'm just filling some of that in. Because it looks a little bit like a, too much like a triangle, I think, right? But I'm going to go in here. I might end up doing, I might flip the script a little bit and do a little bit of stenciling in the same color. I think tone on tone might be even better, right? I might do tone on tone. So I had a nice conversation with Kari today, checking in on our friend to make sure she's feeling okay, and she tells me that she's doing better, so I'm taking her word on that. She just has to make sure she slows down. That's the biggest thing. Okay, I'm going to dry it enough. It's enough. I only want this to be a layer, and I am also going to pick up some of that extra pigment. So you don't rub when you have your paper towel. You just tap off the ink, okay? Who's playing along tonight in some form, right? If it's cards, if you're doing something else, if you're packing for a crop, cleaning your space, folding laundry. 8 spots left for Conroe, so we are getting a couple sign-ups. But I said to Cherie, I want to put it out there because she's here, because Cherie is a crafter as well as an event planner. So she knows people have been asking about it, right? So working on mini albums for your cousin's engagement. How nice. So I'm just flattening my paper out right. Didn't bake it like a cookie. Okay. Now, because this ink is water reactive, we can do things where if we want to pick up some of the pigment, we could go in now and do some watermarking on top. So maybe I want to lighten some of these areas, right? So I'm just going in with water. I'm going to go grab a clean paper towel and I'm going to lift some of this pigment. This won't work on every paper. The paper has to have a little bit of a coating on it so your ink is sitting on top. So now I'm going to grab a paper oh, I have a clean one here. And we're going to just pick up those water drops. And then that gives us a little bit of a lighter layer where we are doing a reduction. It's going to be very soft because this ink was already watered down, right? I will hold it up closer so you can see. But I love this. Very soft watermarking on top. I need another paper towel. I was stingy tonight with my paper towels, but I will show you. Let's do another bit there. So the longer you let the water sit, the more it will lift. But it's like I said, when I hold it up, you'll see, I can see it's very subtle. It's really pretty. I just don't know if my phone is picking that up, but I will show you. And I'm going to look at my screen. Can you see that? Do you see where the water ate away at the pattern? Right? Super soft. I'm going to dry that. And now we're going to stencil because I don't want to take forever on that. This is just doing a background, feeding my creative soul and being an artist just by doing simple mixed media. I drag my hand through that too, so there is a little. So I find that this is quick mixed media. I feel like anybody can do this. You can find some kind of sheet of plastic. You do need to have inks that will react with water like this. Of course, your distress, your oxides, your, if, like I said, the 49 in market, if you're like, I still not sure, why do I need this if I have all of Tim's? The only difference, right, you're thinking is they will match new collections. So our color palette will come from this when the new ones come out, which I'm sure eventually there'll be new colors. You will have inks that match your scrapbooking, your card making if you're using that product line. That's how I look at it. So it's one of those you have to rush out and get them. Not if you don't want them. For me, I wanted them. Like I said, this is not a Vicky Bouton thing. It's the same with me using Tim Holtz stuff. I don't work with for Ranger. I love them. I support them. Great company. You know I love Mr. Holtz. I just heated the back of the page too, just to flatten it a bit. Again, we're not baking it like it's a cookie. So now when I go in, I just decided this is going to be a tone on tone. I am not using 2 colors. I'm going to go back in with Summer Sky. And I'm going to stencil on top of this because I'm wild and crazy like that. So any questions about that? I think, is that the color I used on here? I think it is. I love that, Mo. She signed in so she can say hi in real time. I love that. It really makes a difference to me. Like it is a very nice thing because I'd be sitting here talking to myself if you guys didn't take the time to chat. And I love that you're chatting with each other. It's not just about me. It's not like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. It's not Vicky, Vicky, Vicky. You have a whole community of people who you are excited to see when you come on here, and I love that. So Sarah layered salted caramel with vintage photo, and she loves that combo. I bet it's beautiful, right? I do support all the people in the small businesses because it's what I am. I'm a small business. Just because my name is on the product, I don't own the company. I'm just a designer, right? So for me, I have to sell the kits. If I'm not doing that and doing the classes, I can't do this as a job. So, but I like it to make it where it's fair because I understand that me selling direct, right? So some of the stores are like, how does that work? I've done it for years. It's not been an issue because every Friday night live, I'm still using product that people would have to buy more of. They don't have it. I use all of it in my classes. So I'm always like, yes, 100%. I am about supporting all of the players, right? So, hello, Serenity. How are you? You go leave, Nat. I love you. We can handle it, right? We will miss you, but go and enjoy your company. I love it. So now I am going to put my stencil down and I'm going to mask because I want it white on the other side. Does that make sense? So I'm going to have to move this around because I'm too lazy to stand up and get more. So we'll start in this corner and then I can move my masking around. So I love this. This is from scrapbook.com. The tacky blue tape. I'm sure every card company you can get at lots of places. But I do love this. So I'm going to go in tone on tone tonight. So let's go now and load up our blending tool. And I'm not inking everywhere, but I do want to create a kind of tone on tone pattern on top. And I find this is going to soften the craziness of that mixed media. So don't ink the entire stencil. You want some areas to look like a worn old wallpaper, right? And the nice thing is the stencil is very easy to reposition. So I'm going to do some lighter areas and some darker areas. Oops, don't do what I just did. I was getting cocky. Did you see that? That's what happens. Don't get too overconfident when you're doing this stuff. So the idea is that I'm covering some of this pattern up. I want light blue and some darker areas. I want to soften that middle because I wasn't loving it. Do you want to see what it looks like? I'm going to show you. So there, that just look at that took the whole kind of messiness of it down, right? You still can see the texture behind it, but that tone on tone, I'm really digging. Really digging that. So now I'm going to come in and do it in the bottom corner, but I'm going to definitely leave more of that watercolor. So do you see what Julie, didn't that just, right? Because if you're looking and going, that's a little too messy for me. Well, look, I just found a solution by putting the same ink color on, because you have to think we reduced the vibrancy of that ink with water, right? By putting it straight out of the ink pad with a blending tool, you are creating a darker layer on top. So I'm going to come down in this corner. I still don't want it to go right to the edge, right? And I'm going to put some in here, but I'm not going to do a complete like corner. I'm just going to kind of blend a little bit of that out. But I want more of this watercolor to show this time. Maybe right into the corner, but leave some of that open. But I want less pattern down here. Let's see. I feel like it's enough. Let's see. Ooh, I love that. Do you see what I'm saying when you use less and you have more watercolor show? So what do we think? We just made our own, I'm going to bring it out a little bit over here. We just made our own pattern paper, right? So I can reposition. I'm going to move it over one like this. And I'm going to bring some of the circles out a bit. Just get close enough. Oh, to the right side, Vicki. This is where I used it, so let's just move it over a bit like that. That fits better. I don't know if I want that hard line. I think that softening that a bit will be kind of fun. Let's see. Let's see if I made a mistake or not. I don't think I did. I think it'll be pretty. Not having that hard line. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. Perfect. Step away, Vicki. It's enough. Well, I love that the whole idea is, like I say, I feel like Vicki Boutin is the gateway drug to mixed media. It is where, could we do very labor-intensive, complicated techniques? We could. But I feel like I do those in classes, but I feel like my Friday Night Lives, I want you to just try it. Just give it a try. I feel like it's a piece of paper in your time. So if you picked a color palette you're not digging, you can grab another piece of paper and you can try it again, right? You can try it again. But the other thing is we can customize and match everything. So if you don't have something that matches a photo or leftover embellishments that you have, you totally can make your own. And that's why if you were like, Vicki, I'm just starting out, what should I fill my creative toolbox with? And I would say water-soluble inks and stencils to start. I think it's a great place to start. You can do so many things. And then what would I add to it? I would add stamps and dies. Like I feel like, but not the mouse in the teacup. You want stamps that have lots of bang for the buck. Basic shapes, stars, hearts, florals, just things that you can repeat and you can use with lots of different things, right? So I'm going to give this a quick blast just so the ink is dry. I cannot wait to see. I am loving that you guys are posting the projects that you make. Hi, Jennifer. What's the Cliff Note version? How did you get to this? I did watercolor kissing. So with a plastic sheet, I kissed the background, leaving that kind of open space in the middle. I ended up putting way more ink on than I planned on. And then I stenciled on top with the same color. And the ink color I use is Summer Sky. You could use Salty Ocean if you wanted to. Right? One ink. Quick technique. Wood grain, yep, the basics, right? I think when you're building, you should have things that will work with lots of different things. And then you can get into the stuff that just kind of excites you, right? Although this kind of, I love this stencil. These are really my kind of things, right? So there, we're doing a masculine inspired project tonight. So for me, that's going to be color palette. Although, you know, I don't craft like that. I think you can put flowers on anything. It does not have to. I don't really do girl or boy, but I know some people do. They would not put flowers on a layout, a masculine one for their husband or their son. So I can play along. We can do those things. I'm just taping that down. It will flatten out once all the moisture leaves the paper. So when you put it in your page protector, it will flatten out. So for now, I'm just going to do that in the corner. So now my idea, right? I love that, Connie, and I can't wait to see what you create. I hope you get some time this weekend if you're not doing it live with me now, right? I am going to layer, I'm going to do, my focal area is going to kind of be right here because I don't want to cover all my mixed media, but I also want to leave some of that open area. So who knows, maybe do we do it like this? I might. I think I'm going to flip my layout, because I'm going to be putting a lot of business down here, but I like that I'll see more of the open area. we can do those things. Nothing is set in stone, right? However you want to do it. Do you want it like that? I'm going to do it like this. And remember, we already grabbed a bunch of stuff. Well, I grabbed a bunch of stuff. Could you put some rub-ons and stuff on? We might, but I don't think I need it. I don't think I need it tonight. I don't want to make this too busy. So I am thinking that it would be fun to have my photo is going to go here. And then I think I'm going to layer this piece here. I think I'm going to put a pocket. It's going to be very tonally. Like it's almost like mostly blue with some green accents, a little bit of brown. So let's just kind of start laying it out. We have all these embellishments, and that's why you don't need to do a ton else. Really, we'll pick our patterns, which I think I'm going to even get crazy, and I'm going to put some blue on here. Let me find a tool. Sorry, my sausage arm. Any questions about the mixed media? Is anybody struggling a bit that you're like, I'm out here and I'm trying it, but I always have a hard time? So I want to know, is that you? Do you need my help? Is there anything I can help you with? I'll tell you, with the kissing technique, 9 times out of 10, you don't have enough water or not enough pigment. If it's water's going everywhere, you have too much water. But keep in mind, right? Your kind of the secret sauce is less is more. You can always add, but you can't take away. I'm going to kind of put a little pocket is kind of going to go here. I'm going to move stuff around, but you're getting the gist, right? Not liking mine, but going with it. What colors did you use, Arlene? And did you stencil yet? And what stencil pattern did you pick? Because if you notice, this is all pretty simple, right? Because I don't want it to compete. I want it to be part of the supporting cast. So I have some fun things. I have this little note card. I thought this could be, if you want to do it back to school, this could kind of be fun, right? So maybe that's going to layer there. Not sure, but we're going to put it down. Don't know. I might edit. I want my mat is going to go here. So I'm going to say a 4x6 or 4x5 photo is going to go on here. I don't have a photo printed yet, but I know I can put my journaling in here, or I can put a little info in the pocket. But we have, right, some elements. The green is going to really pop on here. So I don't really know yet where I'm going to add this, but maybe there. I'm going to have this green tabbed card that can go at the top of my photo possibly. I might cut it down, but then I'm starting to create my visual triangle. So maybe we get some more green up here. Might add some black, but right now it's kind of coming together, right? So you see how we're starting? I'm clustering. This is going to be my main cluster, my photo, and it's all going to be centric in one area. I'm going to use one photo. You could use 2 photos here. You could have 3 photos. And I think this title is going to layer here. Hey, love that smile. See, it's starting to come together, right? Starting to come together. Is it dark on there today? Does it look okay? I'm using Distress Inks Old Paper and Speckled Egg. Haven't stenciled yet. So one of those things is you have 2 different colors, right? You have like a old paper is kind of like a greeny beige, right? And then you have Speckled Egg, which is like a gray blue. So when I go in, I would ink with the Speckled Egg, right? And then pick a stencil that has lots of open space, meaning you're going to lay down a lot of ink. And don't use a stencil with a lot of pattern. That's one I have to say with mixed media. Here's the hard thing is learning to edit. Would you not say that? So for my mixed media masters, for my novice, and for my beginners, this is one of the things that I would say. Don't try to do too much on one page. You have a million additional layouts that you could make. So my biggest thing is learn to edit. You have to self-edit when you're doing mixed media. Because I'll be in a class and I'll say, do not put the rainbow on your page because you're doing too much. You're doing too much. and it's going to compete with everything you lay on top of it. You want it to be a supporting cast. So I just watched that new band show with Liam Payne in it and Nicole Schlesinger. Have you guys watched that on Netflix? And there was one group where the girls were all amazing singers, but they all wanted to be the lead singer. Well, you can't do that in a band. You can't all be doing like 12-minute runs and all the rest of it. So it's the same with your mixed media. I went with one color. I stopped. And just know that just because you like pink, orange, and purple doesn't mean you have to put all of them on a page. You can do 3 different layouts. So I'd have to say that's the biggest thing with mixed media is learning to self-edit. Right? This is why I love your collection. So easy to cluster with the ephemera because it's how my brain works, right, Deb? Because I know, because I use other collections. I scrapbook with other collections. And I always find that if you like my style, 9 times out of 10, you're going to like my collections because my brain breaks it down into every SKU has different things. I don't duplicate a lot. The scale changes, the titles change, the colors change. So I am very conscious of your money and how you're investing in your scrapbooking product. So I try to do all those things. There's Simon, or as I lovingly call him, my Simey. Do you want to see what we're going to be doing soon? Simon, guess what came in my mail? I'm turning around to grab it. So I love Simon Hurley. We were talking about, I don't know who, I was talking to somebody about Simon Hurley. And so if you don't know Simon, I would think you do. If you're a card maker, you do. He's amazing. So Simon is my creative friend, and he just came out with this new stamp set. And just so you know, I have a thing right now for tigers on my clothing. I have a dress, I have pants with tigers on it. So Simon just came out with this set of stamps. And I said, Simon, I love them. And he's like, well, I'll make sure they're yours. So we're going to be doing something awesome with these layering animals, but the tiger especially. I love it. He made a card and he used this floral stamp with it. I think I'm going to copy Simon. I'm going to use his card as an inspiration piece and do a layout. So this set is a peel apart. This is a Simon thing, this whole peel apart concept that you have a full background but can use it. So he used these flowers with the tiger. And I'm like, I have, just so you know, Simon, I bought a pair of PJs when I was in the UK that have leopards with a daisy behind their head. So I feel like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Valerie can confirm I love tigers. So this is going to be a Friday night. So just know, I'll put my share sale links up with this so you guys can find them. I'll list them. And we're going to be using this stuff. So Simon sent it to me, and everything he sent we're going to use to do. I'm going to use his card as my inspiration. I think that's a fun thing. Don't you think, friends? Look we have these aha moments. And thank you. It was very serendipitous, my friend Simey, that you popped on here right now. Do you think it would be fun? And then I'm going to call on the VBoo crew. If you find something, I think something like a card or something that you love and you were inspired by, I'd love to do once a month, Friday Night Live, that we use an inspiration piece and make it into something different. I think that would be really fun, right? An inspiration piece that I will put all the information up and I'll post it in our group and I'll put it in the description of the video. As soon as I get off, I'll get that all ready for you, okay? But don't you think that would be fun? Is like, I saw Simon's card with the tiger with the flowers behind it, and I'm like, I need that set. I need to take a picture in my tiger dress and I need to do a layout. Because it's just like back in the day when my kids wore gymboree. And I would literally buy outfits to match scrapbook paper. Yes, I would. I'd buy the product and then I'd go out and dress Devin to match the paper. And I feel like I'm going to do the adult version. So I have that Simon product. We can do it all with mixed media. And we're going to do tigers and flowers. And it's going to be like Vicky's gymboree version with my tiger dress. So, right? I think I would like to do that, right? Start using inspiration pieces. I think that would be a fun thing. And I'm even going to pull sometimes from stuff that you guys post. If I see something and I'm like, that really made me want to make something. And I think that's what that is going to call, right? Something along, it made me want to make. It made me want to make. And that's going to be a new, what would you call that? Session on Friday Night Lives. It made me want to make. And then I will get permission from whoever it is that I found the piece. And we will do like a, what do you call that? Not session. What are they called? What is that called? Like it'll be a special thing on my Friday Night Lives. So once a month we can do that. I think it'll make it Friday. But no, I don't need, I like it. It made me want to make. But I'm not, it's not the word session. They're series. Series. Thank you. You knew what I was saying. Series. Series. We're going to do it. And Simon, you're going to be the first one. And Simon and I have been talking about this. And guess what? We might do it together. We might do it together. What do you think, Simon? We've been talking about that. It made me want to make, and Simon can be a special guest, or I can do it on Simon's, whatever he wants, because he's way smarter with that kind of stuff. Sorry for the digression. It's all Simon's fault. And if I'm not being disrespectful, it's now our joke, because one day Simon was here, and I called him Simon, like I call my cat. And I did not name my cat after Simon, because that would be weird. But my mom had a Himalayan named Simon, and it was our favorite cat in the world. So when Simon, our cat, came along, and he is a rag doll, right? Now back to the show. I love you. I seriously do, though. I love this kid. So I met him, I think, at his first ever trade show. I think it was your first trade show when you were there with your mom, right? Where were we? Vegas, California, somewhere. Wherever we were. And Simon and I had matching shoes on. I had my very dolly kind of little heels, and Simon had matching tennies on, tennis shoes, and they were both in this color. Simon, weren't they? They were this color, Arizona, in our blue shoes, and we knew we were going to be besties right there. So I'm going to look at friends. I'm going to get crazy, and I'm going to use tone on tone. So this is going to be my main mat for under my photo. So remember, let's get a ruler. Yeah. And I loved him right there. And that was a long time ago now, Simon. We've been BFFs for a long time now. So sorry, making lots of noise. I look at it. It was serendipity, Simon. I didn't even know you were going to be here tonight. And it all came full circle, didn't it? You showed up. I had to talk about the tiger stuff. And then I talked about the first time we met, and the shoes, literally. I'll find the photo. You guys will laugh when we do the Simon Day. And look at, and your tiger's a cat. It didn't at all. Like, I'm just telling you, it all just kind of came together. So what did I say? 4x5. So I think that'll scale okay, right? So for my mat, I'm going to do 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to find another besties for the resties. Seriously, because I'm not lying. I do. I love this kid. So super nice kid, super talented. I say kid because I'm an old lady. I say kid and he calls me the old bag. So there you go. Right, Simon? He's like, not at all. Or maybe he's like, that's correct. That is exactly what I call you, Vicky. I love it. Okay, so that's going to be my mat. I'll cut a white piece so you see it. It's not going to be the only piece. We're going to also put another piece behind it, right? So I know this is going to end up shifting over a little bit. So this is going to go in here. We're going to figure out how this is going to work. It should still work because I'm going to go in a little bit larger. Love it. And we'll tie the green in. You know I'm just playing. If you can't make fun of yourself, this blue came from the Staples set. It is the inside packaging piece, that beautiful blue. So I am going to get a piece of white cardstock so we can make our 4x5, because otherwise I think it all gets lost on there, right? I did not print a photo yet, but Riley is probably going to go on here. Because right now you might be looking going, I don't know, Vicki. This tone-on-tone business, everything gets lost. We're going to tie some stuff in to make it make sense. Well, Simon and I will talk because he is more organized than I am, I think. Because he did email me or message me somewhere and said we need to do this. And then I only partially responded because in typical Vicki fashion, I was being pulled in a lot of directions. So I just answered the immediate question, but I'm like, I can't, the rest, I have nothing right now, but I will get back to you. See? And now we're going to matte that with another color. So, what color is that going to be? We could put something on here now that doesn't make sense at all. And your matte color could be something you tie in from the photo. Because maybe blue, I feel like, is a neutral. It's a pretty neutral color. So Riley could be wearing pretty much anything color-wise in the photo. And probably if he's outside, the blue from the sky is going to tie it in. He could have an orange sweatshirt on, so I could be tying orange in here. There is a little bit of the orange in there. I could go in with navy if I really want to keep it all tone on tone. But you know, craft. I think craft could be another pretty color back there. So let's look at what we got and decide what it's going to be. Really, I would be putting orange on here. That gray could be pretty too, though, couldn't it? Look at that. I could matte with a gray. So that is a maybe. That's a maybe. See you later, Beth. Thanks for joining. The green. Do you want to go in with a little bit darker green? So you guys tell me. I kind of dig the green. I think the green would be kind of pretty, don't you? Can we do it? Want to do the green? Let's see. So right now the green is winning. The green is the front runner. Black. I could put the black words. So the black could be it. It's going to be so far, I think, it's the green or the black. And that's what I was saying with the craft. You like the green? Let's do the green. I'm going to go with the green. And then this one, right? So our matte, our photo's a 4x5. We did 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. I want my matte to be, I'm going to make it almost like Polaroid. I want it to come a little longer. So if that is 5 1/4, I'm going to make it 6. 6 by, what do I want to do it? I don't think, right? It is nice and thick. It is super awesome. Okay, let's go in with 4 1/2 is not going to be enough. So I'm going to say 4 3/4 is going to be the width of my mat. I can always cut it down. 4 3/4 by 6. I think 4 3/4 by 6. Let's start. That's a good starting point, right? And we'll decide. I love this green too, but you know it's really hard is I love what's on the other side. Like, love that. That works. And now I'm going to have to get Riley to pose for a picture. We're going on a family vacation, so if anybody is cruising in November on Royal Caribbean, maybe we'll see each other. You'll see the Bootons. It's going to, like, the Bootons gone wild, because it's all of us. We are going out of Fort Lauderdale, and we are going to have, I can't wait. It's very nice when it gets, it's a family vacay, you know what I mean? So I want that to be on an angle. Everything's a little too straight. I'm really digging this, but we're going to fill in. But yeah, if any of you guys are going, we'll be hanging out together. on the high seas. And we're going to layer some stuff up here. But I'm liking this. What do you guys think? It's very fun. So I'm going to start committing. You'll be on Virgin Voyages cruise September 23rd. How fun. Are you taking the giant new ship? No, but I think we're on a big one. What is like not the biggest one, the one under? I don't know. See you later, Dorina. Yeah, is anyone here coming with us in April? We've had a lot of new signups. It's not Utopia. I don't know. It's big. It has Central Park and all the rest on it. We're gonna have a good time. Where are we going? We are doing what is the one where you drink the bushwhacker? Is their signature, like the island drink? You're going in April. Yay! We're gonna have a good time, Cara. I forget what islands we're going to. You'll be going. See, there's Debbie is gonna be going with us, Cara. I know that Kari is, if she's still here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I gotta figure this one out because I'm not 100% committed to that up here, and I think this needs to come up a bit like that. Okay, I'm gonna start gluing and we're gonna start layering. I'm gonna commit because I am digging this. So let's commit. And it's like a giant Polaroid. I will put my white mat on here. I can just put my photo on top later. Yes, so we're doing Coco K. We're not doing Aruba. Oh, that you're talking about the other one. I thought you were talking about November. The Bushwhacker St. Thomas. Yes. So we're going, you're going in April too? Yay, Cindy and Jim. I love it. It'll be tricky with, no, it won't. I've got it. The dates do not, Oasis. That's what we're on, the Oasis. You're correct, Don. We're going to be on the Oasis. And we are doing St. Thomas and St. Martin and the private island. So it's going to be good. We're going to have a good time. I love traveling now with my adult children and their significant others. We have a lot of fun. And I love cruising. You guys know I do. You're on the Symphony of the Seas from Jersey on Sunday. Oh, you're going to have the best time, Donna. Enjoy. But yeah, April cruise is going to be good. Coco Cay, Aruba, and Curacao. And then we have a lot of days at sea. So my Sizzix stuff will be out. That cruise is going to be supercalifragilistic, that April one. And I think there are still spots left. I have not been in touch, so don't quote me on that. I don't know where we're at with spaces. That's on my list to reach out to Sherry to see how things are coming with that one, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a really fun one. I'm traveling with my son and his girlfriend next weekend, going to Banff. Oh, that's going to be so much fun too. Oh, and then you're taking a train down to Montreal. You're heading north to New England and then to Quebec City. Oh, I love it, right? I am going to Utah. I booked to go and visit Lael. So I am going to Utah later this month. I want to go. I told her I'm coming to see you so I can have Cafe Rio. The only reason I'm coming is for Cafe Rio because I would like some of that. So what do we think? Should we leave it? I think these ones are going to be straighter. We'll line that up straight-ish. Does that look pretty straight? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be there where we could do it. And so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Maybe we'll just do a wine and chat. Maybe a wine and chat. But we're going to just be hanging out, do some shopping, might go to one of the national parks. But it is just, I have Cafe Rio across the street. But they say St. George is the best. I've been there. I've been to the St. George one, but where are you right now? Oh, Kristen. I've been to the one in St. George and the Swig. Question. Are you sliding over to Vegas for the Wizard of Oz? No, we're not. I'm not there that long, right? It's just it's a short trip. It's a short trip. But I love Utah. I haven't been. I want to go shopping. Nick is going to be out of town while I'm there. So it was perfect. Some golf thing is on. There's Cafe Rio in California too. I know there's one in the airport. So worst case scenario, I can have my Cafe Rio when I am in the Salt Lake City airport. So let's go. I think I might overlap a little bit like that. What do you think? Right? And I do like this notes card. I am kind of digging that like that. But there is going to be stuff sliding in and out of the pocket. So I need to, I don't want to cover notes. So I'm going to do this. Let's tack. Just committing, right? We can still add on. But I do love Cafe Rio. And if you've never had it, it's just the pork barbacoa salad. That's all I want, right? Your layout's almost finished. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so let's put our pocket down. You know, and it's fun because Flower Emporium, and it is, right, my first collection with American Crafts. And maybe, you guys might have bought it because you're like super supportive, but maybe you're like, I bought it, but it's, you know what I mean? The flowers and stuff, not all totally my jam. I feel like when the new release comes out next week, we'll have a full-on conversation about it, but I think you're going to love it. The papers are beautiful. Yeah, it's good. Go to Bryce Canyon if you haven't been. We've been to a lot of them. I'm leaving it up to Lil's. Like, she loves to plan. She loves to be the boss. So I will let her just be the boss. Oh, look it. I did not move notes over far enough, so I might have to adjust that before I commit. There. And my pocket. I should have put that a little lower too. Whatever, right? Whatever. Whatever. It will work. I love how heavy. Well, I just love, like, I think there was a lot of stuff in Flower Emporium that was really fun, like all the interactive pieces, the little flower shop. I love that. I love with the Christmas collection that we have the little stockings and the fireplace to build. I'm working on it this weekend, so you're going to see the sample. And I know a lot of people aren't in a Christmas state of mind yet, right? Now that school's back in, some people might feel a little bit more that they're looking towards that one. But I have to say, it's all, because this is what I do, right? When I sit down to start planning my classes, I go in and I start putting all the things together. And we just need to talk about this. Like these light posts, the Santas. And the Santas, you can color it to any nationality you want with a Copic. So I love that we didn't put any color on it. It's like just black and white or a red Santa. So could you go in and color him? Yes. But he is what is it, of all nationalities, this Santa Claus. And then you have, look at my mailbox. Remember, this opens, and then all the letters. I'm doing a layout, and they're all going to fly out of the mailbox. And it's going to be like that. Boop. It's going to be so much fun. So this is what I go and do. I cannot wait to create with this collection. I think it is, I love it. And I got to show you. So there are kits left, and they've been trickling in, right? They've been trickling in. Christmas, as I always say, is the slowest seller. I know the next collection will go way faster because it's general. Everybody likes to do that. Not everybody likes to do Christmas. But look at this. what we're talking about with the laser cuts too. So it's up on VickyBooten.com. You get everything you need is in the kit to participate in the weekend. And look at this tree. My goodness, I love it. But these laser cuts, how delicate they are. Look at this. Look at that string. And then I was telling you guys, right, that the little stockings are interactive. And I hand drew this teddy bear because I was like, we need a teddy bear to put in the stockings. And then you can put your teddy bear in and your candy cane, right? So we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. I can't wait. So be watching for that. After this weekend, I'll have sneak peeks of the album and the layouts, right? I've just thought of 2 layouts to make just from you showing us those few groupings. So inspiring. It's going to be good, right? It's going to be good. I can't wait to do the fireplace. Look at and decorate the whole guy. Decided we can hang stockings from it. It's going to be fun. So that's all coming. That's what I'm working on next. So I made the flip book. And I am going to put access only up for that because all the kits are gone for that one. Where is it? You guys don't mind if I show you that, right? Where did you put it, Vicky? Here's the flip book. So the whole idea, right, is this is a stand. This is what you can take. You don't need to buy a separate stand for every book. You would just take it off and store it on some jump rings. So the flip book is going to be totally fun. Look at that. And then the snowman. Can you guys see? The snowman. And then the little present. And then when you flip the present up, look at that. Isn't that going to be fun? And then I added extra pages, right, with a 6x8 paper pad. You have pockets. And this is going to be a class that I'm going to offer for the access only. Is going to be incredibly inexpensive. Oh, that came off of somewhere. Vicky, I got to figure out where that came from. Oh, it was here. Just fell off. There. I got to glue some stuff better, but it is so much fun. Friends, look at this page with all the mini photos. So it's going to be good. And if you are joining me in Texas, this is what we're making. We are going to have a whole day class, so you're going to leave with finished projects. That is my whole idea with that. I don't normally care for traditional Christmas colors. And you know what? And I don't always do the traditional, but I'm like, I really wanted to go with a lot of greenery. So I just went with traditional. There's a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of teal, but for the most part, it's pretty traditional. But you know what's nice? What does access only mean? It means if you go and you buy your own supplies, or you want to use your own supplies and just duplicate it, you can join in for that full day class. So I do that with everything because a lot of people might not live close, right? So they will buy their supplies, or they're supporting their favorite local scrapbook store, which you know I'm all about. And I sold very limited class kits for that, right? So people have been asking. So I'm going to put the access up for that soon too. Valerie, you were the winner of the inks, right? So Greta packed those up today, and Dawn Bertan, yours I packed up at the office. I'm going to send them this weekend. So for the 2 ladies who won the whole set of 49 and Market inks, they're going out. They're going out this weekend, okay? I digress, friends, because I feel like it's like if we were just hanging out scrapbooking. I digress. Get back to work, Vicky. Stop it with your idle chatter. So we know we wanted to do something like this, right? We're going to put something in that pocket. I do want to use this, but we could cut that card down. I think this is too big. That's my thing, is I think that. But let's leave it and see when we layer some other bits. But I'm liking this. And now let's just dress it up. We are having a happy hangout scrapbooking. I love it, right? I love it. So I just can't wait for the Christmas class. And I always know, like, it's Christmas is a funny one because it has a very limited, like, it's a seasonal class, right? And then some people are like, I'm going to use what I have. And then once I show you that sample, I'm just going to let you know that's what's going to happen. Dawn, so I packed it. Did you get the email? Did your email come through that you have an order? Because I did. I did the invoice or the label tonight. And then I packed them in the box and I'm going to mail them out over the weekend. Rich will go drop it off. Rich will go drop it off, and hopefully that will cheer you up a little bit because you get the whole set. You have all 15 colors. And I bought them, right? I bought them, and I will have a couple of you guys reached out because I do have probably the full set. I probably have, I don't know. There's some for my US friends. I probably have 10 of them. And so if you reach out, I haven't posted them in the store, but if you want the whole set, I will let you know what the cost is. And we can mail those out. But I just ordered, so I have some for my design team and such. Okay, and then I have a couple extra left. Yay! So yeah, I think that hopefully Dawn said she's been having a hard time lately. So I hope that puts a smile on your face, warms your heart, right? Because it is. Life can be hard. Life is just tough, and you never know what people are going through. So that's why I lead with kindness. It is my mantra. Okay, let's look. What do we want to do? So we have green here and we have green here. And we could put a little bit of green somewhere else to tie. Although green here, I don't really have to. I still find my eye travels around here. So we don't have to do that. But look at, if you're like, I want more, there's no reason you couldn't do one more photo here, right? And make it like that. I'm not going to because I want to keep my art there. But I do want to add some stuff up here in our cluster. So let's see what we could possibly add. Maybe this guy. So we'll just put him there as a maybe. We do need something to go inside that pocket. And we still have this piece. I like that. So I'm going to cut a little mat for inside that pocket. Are you heading out, Kari? Yeah, you're tired. See you later, friend. We're almost done, though. I can say for some of you guys where you're like, ooh, me too. It's been a long week. I'm going to wrap it up. So I need a 3-inch wide-ish. I'll probably cut it slightly smaller than 3. And then I want that to be about there, 4.5. Okay, so 3 by 4.5 to go inside that pocket. Look at me giving measurements and everything tonight. That's just absolutely crazy. Yeah. Kari is a machine. She's doing a great job with her healing and recovery, so. And we love her. So that's what I said. Your biggest focus is just getting better. All the other stuff doesn't matter. That lady has to focus on her recovery, right? She had a big surgery. So see there, look at, and I like that. And then I'm going to tag it. I'm going to do tagged corners here. So I'm going to eyeball it. You know what song is constantly in my head? Have you seen the guy who sings about the dating app conversations? I have one daughter. She by the same father. That song is on repeat in my brain all the time. And my kids are like, and I sing ellipse. So just so you know, that song is always in my head. Can we watch a class on replay? Which class, Kimberly? Which class? Is that the flip book will be recorded. They all are. They're all recorded. So whatever question you're asking, the answer is yes. Yeah. If you're talking about for the Christmas weekend because you're going to be away, not a problem. If you're talking about the flip book, not a problem. I made the marks with my fingernails. And I can't see it because there's too much pattern on this paper. So let's see. And then I drew on it with a pen that did not show up. I have one daughter. Yep. I've drawn on it now 3 times with no pen marks showing up. And my eyes are tired tonight, so there. 3rd time's the charm. The paper pocket is fabulous. Thank you. That is one of my favorite things in this collection too, was the little pockets with the folding bits. Love that. Love it. Okay. So now let's decide what other elements, and we'll glue. We're going to glue the things down. You love how your page, you do some beautiful work, Sarah. So I can't wait to see what you're making. That makes me excited too. When you guys get excited, I get excited. So I'm going to tell you something. Remember I said I don't think I would use rub-ons? I might use this circle one up here. Look, I might want a circle around that. So let's see what you guys think. I'm thinking that that could be fun up there. So when you're cutting these out, because you're like, how do you get just the circle out? I cut into it. Like I'll cut this out. Yeah, got to cut this guy out. And I like to use all the things because then for some of you might, who's on the fence with the rub-ons where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to buy the rub-ons. I don't know if they're my thing. I want to change your mind about that. Because I have to say the rub-ons and the laser cuts are what, like 2 of the magical things that I think make 49 and Market extra awesome. Okay, so if I do that, when I lay it down, it'll go back as a full circle. So picture this. Picture it. And then we'll add some black down here, but I'm kind of digging that. So I will have to glue that very flat. And then I can put that back up there. But I like that little visual element. And then we'll put something black down here, which we could. Look at this. What if I add the second black one down here with the title? Look at that down here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The rub-ons are amazing, are they not? And they work. So the biggest thing when you're doing them on mixed media is make sure your ink is completely dry, because if it is not, your rub-ons will not stick. So your ink has to be dry when you're doing any kind of mixed media technique. There we go. And I think this could be cool down here. So now I have this going on. So we have the black clip. We have a visual triangle we're creating. I like it. For our embellishing and our clustering, right? Because we have a cluster going on here. I think that adds interest. The shine will go away when we add that on. I'm going to commit these things, and then we'll decide the next thing that we're going to use, right? Do you guys love the rub-ons? So I want to ask a question. For some of you, are you brand new to rub-ons? Were you nervous about them, but you're like, I'm going to try them because everybody says I'll love them? And then did you find that you use them and you're like, ooh, yeah, these are pretty awesome? Now, I am not using this. It's covered, so I'm going to cut it off because I can use that as an element somewhere else. So I'm going to cut the bottom of that off because it's just covered anyway, right? You're scared of them. You won't be though, Ginger. These ones are good. They're good rub-ons. They're good rub-ons. But you see what I'm saying? This is an element. I love that. I still can use that on another page, so don't waste it. It's all covered anyway, right? Me too, Julie. I had Letraset rub-ons when I was in graphic design. That's how we had to put our anything that we wrote or added onto, like kind of drafting kind of idea. We had to put our Letraset letters on. So I did. I had them when I was in school. Used them years ago, not a fan, but these ones are not, they're not created like the others. Do you know what I mean? They're pretty unique. So I'm going to slide that under and decide, yeah, I want that element to show, right? I think that is good. Get that on there. So I wanted to make sure this green piece, though, had to be glued down flat because I'm adding it on the background and on this piece that's in front. So when I rub them on, I use my tool all over the rub-on to get it adhered to your background before I really start giving her. Okay. But you don't have to rub it really hard. You just want to make sure it's all attached. And then, is Lindsay here? Hello, Lindsay. How are you, my friend? And then look, it just slowly start to lift it. And make sure your rub-on is actually attached to the page. There we go. Boop. Like, see, it is not attached right there where I cut it. So I gotta just make sure I rub that on. Oh, isn't that weird? I must have overlapped it, but look. Love it. And then that is gonna go here. I'm gonna pop that up, and then we're gonna put an element on there. And I know this one is going to go here for sure. And like I said, just make sure you kind of rub around the whole rub-on, because if you're rubbing like this, it's really easy to catch the edge and lift it before you meant to lift it. Okay, but you don't have to rub it like Schwarzenegger. Like, they go on pretty easy. But I just don't peel it all off in one fell swoop. I lift it and make sure it has transferred. There we go. I love it. It's like stamped, but perfect. And then the other thing I love is if you have the powder tool, because you'll find that these rub-ons are a little bit tacky. So if I do that and put my powder tool on it, voila, it's not going to stick to your page protector. Okay, I just like this. If there are not enough uses for that powder tool, but now all the tackiness is off my rub-on. Okay, I am going to pop up this title because I can, and you know I love my foam dots. Have you seen them though? They're there. Thank you, friends. So it is masculine inspired, using a collection that a lot of people would consider more on the feminine side, Flower Emporium, right? For people who do that, because like really, I think boys can have flowers on their layouts too. I'm not of that school, but I know a lot of people are. So tonight was, right? It does, right, Carissa? I love that powder tool. If I was going to come up with a Vicky's main toolkit, like say I was going to sell a product that was Vicky's favorite tools basics, it would have a powder tool in it. Powder tool, tiny attacher, like a mini stapler, 2 different types of scissors. Like I love the Teflon coated pointier ones, and then a more set of scissors that will cut through anything. And then I would have, so this little leaf is going to go over and under. Like I want to put it on so it goes over and under, right? Like that. That's how that guy's going to go. Boop. And then I will put a foam dot underneath there. Probably here. It could go there too. But this has to... am I of the school of interactive in a page protector? So back in the day, you know what we would do? When I get the page protector in, I would do a slit in my page protector so you could pull this in and out if you wanted to see what was on it. I would put a slit in my page protector so you don't have to pull that in and out of your page protector. So I'm digging this though. Boop. But this doesn't have to come in and out. You could put stuff in the pocket, like you could put some more leaves and stuff if you don't want it to be interactive. You know what I mean? You could stuff the pocket if you wanted to. I kind of like that guy on there though. Let's see if we have something black and white. Hey, love that smile, but don't cover your words up, Vicky. Like that. And what other elements? So let's tie some of the colors in, because now we're close to wrapping her up. Wrapping her up. Do do do. I have one daughter. I like that. So it ties some more of our black in. Now we totally have just created a visual triangle. And what other elements? We could put a little bird on here. Natalie is not here, so she would not be of the school or not loving the bird, but I kind of like that up there. I like him, a little robin. There's going to, a sticker is going to go on there, but I don't feel like this needs a ton more. Look at, we can put that little green guy there. So now we've created our visual triangle there with our greens. We've created a visual triangle with our blacks. I feel like this is it, friends, and I'm just going to put some stickers on here, right? Yeah, so when you want an interactive, because a photo could go on here, we can put another sticker on top of this. But if it's in your page protector, put in your cutting mat in your page protector, mark where you need to cut it, and then cut your page. And then you could put like a little tag that sticks out of the page protector, so you could pull it in and out and it would go in and out. And you could put your journaling on there, right? I love this page. So first off, thank you to Natalie, who said do a masculine page with Flower Emporium, because then I didn't have to think about tonight. I'm like, I love it. I love when you guys request stuff, because one, I love the challenge. Give me a challenge. I love it. You know, tell me a color palette you want to see. Tell me the things. That's why we have the creative community page, Vicky Booten Creative Community on Facebook. Let's start chatting more on there. You know, I know you guys might be tired. Social media is a little exhausting, but I feel like it's our safe space. So don't be afraid to come and chat on there. Definitely show love to people who post their layouts, because I feel like if they take the time to put that stuff up there, it only takes a minute to comment on it. And especially if you find that the projects they're making inspire you, I think it's just the thing to do. I think it is. Like, you know, even for me, like some people probably look at it and go, well, I don't need to comment. She probably doesn't even read my comments. It doesn't matter. It does. It matters. It matters. I do. Like it's when you, nowadays, right? It used to be where everybody saw your posts and it was a great place to catch up. You'd hear from people maybe you haven't heard from in a long time. But now people, if they even just double tap it on Instagram, but I think a lot of us just consume and we're exhausted with social media. So we forget. And then what ends up happening for somebody like me is nobody's seeing the stuff, right? Comments matter a lot. I really, really believe that. And I'm trying to be better about it. It's hard because there's so many aspects of this business, right? Is with design, meetings, because now working with multiple companies, doing stuff on my own, teaching, that a lot of the stuff is not all just creative stuff. Like, oh, Vicky just gets to create all the time. I'm doing stuff that is not fun a lot of the time. Like the meeting stuff and that is not all fun stuff, right? It's the work stuff. So it is very nice when people take time to comment on your stuff. It matters. And I'm trying to do more of that, right? If you take the time to post, I'm trying to every day go in and check and comment because I love when you guys show up. It's why I like to say your names. I like you to feel like you're seen here because it's important. And I do know who you are. I do remember when the people comment. I do remember, or when I'm packing your kits, I am saying hi to you. Like, oh my gosh, look who it is. And we've been around, a lot of us, we've been doing this for a long time. We've been showing up at these things for a long time, right? So a lot of you guys, I've known for many moons. That's the hardest part, trying to make your living creatively. All the boatloads of business and non-creative stuff you have to do, for sure, right? Because right now I'm actively designing a collection for Sizzix. We just finished one and started another one right away. And I am designing for the next collection with 49 and Market. So we are doing multiple things at the same time. And then all the marketing and everything for stuff that's coming out soon. And then the class stuff. And then I'm terrible with trying to be way better with answering my emails because I know I frustrate people. I know I do, but it's like something's got to give. And unfortunately, that has been the thing that I open it and I'm like, I'll come back, and I got to get in the habit of when I open it, answer it right away, right? You're never too late, right? When will fall be out? I'm so excited for your fall collection. So Priscilla, on the 11th, I will be doing the reveal with Janine on the 49 and Market page, and then I will be doing my walkthrough and giveaway. I'll give away gift certificates so you guys can put it towards a class kit. That does amaze me how you remember people. Sometimes I can't remember my own name either. Lack of sleep and all the rest. So it's coming on 11th. So there will be a Halloween collection that will come out in a collection pack. It coordinates with the main release. That is my fall release, but it is certainly not like sweater weather kind of themed. It is nature themed. The color palette is rich. There's a lot of texture, a lot of vintage vibe in it, but in a Vicky way. You guys are going to love it. If you guys have loved in the past Storyteller and Discover and Create, and I feel like they're my most popular collections, is the ones with a richer palette. You guys are going to love this. You're going to love it because then having it with all of the 49 and Market elements, the laser cuts and the rub-ons, I'm in love. I'm in love, and I hope that you guys will be too. And like I said, there will be my class kit. It will ship in the fall, but we are not doing the class till the new year, but we will be doing lots of stuff with the product. So I really highly recommend for you guys that buy my weekend event, you're still going to want to hit up your favorite online stores and stock up on extras because I'll be using it. I'll be using it for a while, right? So you'll see. Like, I can't show you anything because I'll get in trouble, but I'll show you a corner. Don't tell anybody. So I've got to be very sneaky. Are you ready for the corner? I don't know. My camera's on a little bit of a delay. Don't tell. I'm going to sneak a corner. I'm waiting because I've got to see because there's a delay. So I don't know if you guys can see this. So are you ready for a little sneak of the corner? Look at, can you see that? I snuck a corner. Did you see it? Oh my goodness. Shh. Did you see it? Oh my gosh, friends, I can't even tell you. I love it. I love it. So I did a layout already. I did 2 layouts already. So I'll have something to show you. It is very beautiful. I would agree with it. It is very beautiful. So I showed it to you upside down. But don't go and rewind or anything, right? Are local scrapbook stores getting the fall product too? I would believe, yes, Valerie. Everybody who orders all of that, right? That's not the Halloween one. There, I can't wait to show you, but I can't. I can't show you the Halloween. But I did. I did a whole layout, Jill. I already have one done. And it's going to change a little bit for the class, but it's very fun. It's going to be very fun. So I don't think, if you have been a lover of my stuff, I just feel like it's kind of one of the best. So yes, if you guys weren't here, because not everybody was here when I talked about this, let me go over what's happening. On the 11th is when it's Janine's birthday. So on the 11th, we will be doing, watch for it, I'll post, and we'll be doing the intro to the collection, the release, like kind of the surprise, here it is. I'll be doing peeks and features of a whole bunch of products, posting that on my social media. I'm going to do the walkthrough. I don't think I want to do it on Friday, next Friday. I think we'll make a project. There's something very special coming out separate from the collection. We might feature that. I might do a feature for that. And then I am going to do the walkthrough the following week. My class kit pre-order will go up. There will be a pre-order for Halloween that is going to be a mini kit. I have very limited numbers, but I'll tell you everything that's in it so you can 100% buy and support from your favorite scrapbook stores. There will be access only for that. That's layouts. The Halloween will be layouts. But I really highly recommend you buy a second collection pack of Halloween if you love Halloween, because I'm going to do a free class. So this is to support all of the independent retailers. I'm going to do a free flipbook class using the Halloween collection pack. That's all I'm going to use only the collection pack with cardstock. You just use your own cardstock. So I am not selling a kit for that. The Halloween kit will be for layouts only. Nothing will be left. We're going to be using everything in that, but there are some bonus items that will be in that. It'll all be listed. And then there will be the full normal weekend with the main collection. The pre-order will go up. It's a great Christmas present. And that class will happen in January. So there's a lot of stuff coming. Christmas, if you're like, you haven't even shipped Christmas yet, it's kitted. My 2 pallets just arrived today. We are kitting this weekend for the Canadian orders. So flipbook orders and Christmas is going out next week. So that's why I want to kind of hold off for doing my walkthrough till we get the Christmas kits out. So that one thing is done, right? Do you have any questions about any of that? Any questions about any of that? Because I just shared a lot of information right there, right? I'm going to use my orange heart on my circle. I think it fits. Does that fit in there? I think it does, because I do kind of design product like that, right? I love it. There's our little orange circle. Definitely want a Halloween flip book and layouts. So when available to order. So you understand what I'm saying there, right, Jill? The Halloween class for the layouts will go up the same time the weekend event goes out. But I don't think I can ship them together and get it out. Well, yeah, we can. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. But to do the Halloween flip book is not a kit. You just get a second collection pack from your favorite online store. So wherever you buy, I will put my share sale links up, but definitely whoever your favorite stores are, when I do the walkthrough, I hope the stores show up because I do an in-depth of what's in the collection and I want to spread the love, right? We need to do all of the things. We need to do all of the things. So, like I said, I have to sell my kits or I can't keep doing this because it is my full-time job and that's how I get paid is from the kits. But that's why I like to still give back to the retailers, and for some of you guys that can't buy the kits, that there's still lots of free content online. There's lots of free content. I think I do a lot, right? Don't you think, on top of the paid stuff, like where you're doing classes? And then I do the access only very economically. I don't charge a lot for that stuff so that you guys can participate. And then we're supporting our stores. So hopefully keeps everybody is happy, right? Everybody's happy. I try, right? I try. So I love this. So I feel like I need a little word up here. Like I would still maybe do a little more cluster. Did I attach? Everything's attached. What do you guys think? I love this. And when a photo goes on here, and I think some journaling strips right here will fill that area. Could you put a little bit like little flag banners or something? Look at, you could do, look at, you could totally do a cluster up here if you wanted to. What do you guys think? Look at that. Do you want me to do a mini cluster? I'm kind of digging that. What do you guys think? A little cluster up in that corner. I'm kind of digging it. Let's take a look at that. So here, look at. Remember I said you could put another photo. What do you think about this? You could totally do. Look at in that corner. It's kind of fun, friends. Is another little cluster up here if you wanted to. You could also use that frame and cluster in it. Okay, I'm going to explain again, Jill, okay? When my release comes out, there's a main release, right? There's a main release that is the fall release. That is my weekend event. So that's a kit that will be an album and 10 plus layouts, which end up being like what, 14 or 15 double, like the layouts. There is a add-on that is a Halloween collection pack. That collection pack, I am going to do a free class with for the flip book. So I am not selling it as a class kit. It's you buy it somewhere else because I'm trying to support other retailers with content. But I am going to be selling a class for Halloween that is layouts. That's the kit I will have, is a Halloween kit, but you will need to buy 2 of those collection packs if you want to do the flip book. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And I'll explain it more during the class, right? Or when I do the walkthrough. When I do the walkthrough. Halloween is one of those things. Here's the whole thought process that goes behind a Halloween is that we have a small window for this, right? It's coming out a little bit on the later side. We put everything in a collection pack. When we walk through it, you're going to see Halloween is all in a pack. You don't have to buy anything individually for Halloween, but it completely will match the main kit. The colors match the main collection. When I asked people what they wanted, the majority wanted layouts using Halloween. So I'm going to be selling a kit that will have some of the extra items that are a bonus. That'll all be in the kit. I will do a full list if you want to buy it from your favorite online stores, your favorite in-town stores, wherever you shop outside of Vicky Boonton. And then I'm going to also use that collection pack to do a flip book, right? So if I buy 2, it includes a Halloween flip book. Yes, you'll just have extra. Does that make sense? So if you went on and said, I'm buying 2 of these kits because I just want to buy it from Vicky, yes, you just will have some extra, but you won't be mad about it. The extras are really awesome, right? I love that, Gemma, right? And that's what I'm trying to do, is try to make it, right, where it works for everybody. Because it is, right? It is a hard thing. So yes, to answer your question, yes, Jill, if you buy 2 of the Halloween kits, you will have everything you need. You're just going to have some extra stuff, but you know I'm going to use it in Friday Night Lives and all the rest. You'll see. It will all become clear when I do my walkthrough. It'll all become clear. I quite like these frames. These ones, I freaking love them, Julie. And you'll see a lot of this stuff's going to show up in every one of my collections because I feel like I never can have too many of these. And if I use them, I'm going to need more. So I want a word up here. So what do we want to put? So it's like, hey, love that smile, document. So if I wanted to do like, right, because it's a boy layout, I could put stuff up here. You could do a little mini cluster in this corner if you wanted to, right? A little mini cluster. I like that. You could do some little flag banners off with some of the paper. So I'll give you this option because I kind of dig in that. And then I could also do this right here. And it's masculine, so I could use this high five. Look at that's kind of fun. High five right here, high five. Yeah, I'm not here to confuse you guys, but it's a lot to try to keep everybody happy. I'm confused a lot of the time. I'm confused a lot of the time, but what it all comes down to is that whole balance, right? Is trying to make all the people happy. Sometimes I achieve it, and sometimes I do not. But I am always trying. I'm always trying. So look at what I was saying about little flag banner. And you don't have to buy anything from me. If you have a scrapbook store that you love to support, you will have a whole list, and you 100% can buy everything from your favorite store and then do access only. And we have quite a few of you that do that. You're like, I love you, Vicky. I will buy access only, but I'm going to get all of my stuff from Susie at Scrapbook and Friends or wherever, whatever store. And that totally works too. You do whatever works for you. You know I'm totally good with it. My kits sell. I don't have a problem with that. I buy a limited number that pays my bills, right? Because as product designers, that is not where my money comes from. My kits is where I get paid from, and from the access only. So I feel like it is a perfect little solution. And a lot of stores that have been supporting me for years with American Crafts have never had an issue with it. Because we've been doing this forever, and they sell through the stuff. Because you have lots of people who love Vicky Boutin. So they are like, I love Vicky Boutin. I love this store. This store sees the list. They get all the stuff in, and it's worked really well. Right? So now look at, so we can do something like this if you wanted to up here. What do you think? That could go on top maybe. Do we like the cluster up here? Tell me your thoughts. And cut some of that length off. I like it, I think. And then I'll put another punch of color up there. But look. None of it's glued, so it's all kind of wonky, but do we like that little cluster? Keep it or scrap it. And then I'm going to put a little orange up there and to finish it. Hi, Natalie. Look at, this is Natalie inspired. You don't like it? I kind of like it though. I like the corner. I love little corner stories. So that is with, and that's without. With and without. You like it? I'm probably going to stick it on there just because I cut all the crap out. But you do not have to. If it is not your jam, don't add it, right? Don't add it. And I'm mad because I pulled a brand new sticker sheet. I have probably 10 of these that I've been pulling stuff from. So I want to put a word up here. So what am I going to put up there? I am going to put, write it down. I'm going to put write it down right there. It's crooked though. It's crooked. Oops. So, if you guys weren't here when my friend Simon was here, we're going to do a collab A Simon Hurley and Vicky collab. It's still crooked and I'm just leaving it. But I like that. Woo! Makes me happy. And I'm going to put this cluster up here. And you know the story that I ask your opinion and then do what I want anyway. Because I'm sure you're like, why did you ask? You just do what you want anyway. I'm sorry. I do that. I ask and then just do. So probably one of you will agree with me. You know, right, Julie? It's every single time. I ask and then I just do it anyway. I do what I want, when I want. Yeah, Natalie's always telling me what to do. I love it. She will tell me. And then I just do what I want anyway. I do. Well, we know I love Simon Hurley. Just think he's the nicest guy and talented. So that'll be fun, right? This was Natalie. We were talking on the phone and I said, what do I do on Friday Night Live? Like, help me. I don't even want to think about it. I need an idea. And she said right away, masculine line with Flower Emporium. I'm like, done. But I don't think this Justice Boy, you could use this for anything, right? Thanks, Ginger. So I put foam dots on the back of that because I think that will need to be elevated. And I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put a little punch of orange somewhere. Right here, high five. Because I'm doing a boy layout. So I think high five will be fun for that. So that fits perfectly. Even though Julie is like, Vicky, I told you don't add it. And then I asked your opinion and did what I wanted anyway. And the only reason I'm doing it is because I cut it all out. Like, whatever. It's one page. Sometimes they work, sometimes it doesn't. I love it though. All I have to do is put my photo on it. And that feels good. Like I said, I would not have the time or take the time to sit and make anything if it wasn't for you guys. Oh, where is it? I have something. You watch. I got to go find it. So I have, see this border in green? I have one in orange. I'm going to find it because the orange border I'm going to put right here. It's going to be so good. That green border might go right there. I'm going to put an orange one here. I'll be right back. I know where it is. I just have to grab it. I know where it is. It's over here somewhere. This is my basket of Flower Emporium. That, like, stuff that I've opened. And look what's right there. Boop. So we have two different things. I can use an orange heart, or I can use that orange border. What is this orange? Anything that's, oh, it's a butterfly. Nope. Vicky, step away from the butterflies. No butterflies or flowers allowed on this one. But we do have an orange tag. Let's look. So those three different orange options, and we'll decide which one we're going to use. Do you have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? How many baby daddies do you have? I have one daughter. You guys, does anybody even know what I'm talking about? I understand that, but is she by the same father? I have one daughter. I sing it all the time. It's in my head all the time. That song is in your head nonstop too. Yep. You went and Googled it, so now you know what I'm talking about. How was Devin's concert? Devin's concert was great, Natalie, but Devin ate chicken fingers at the stadium at Rogers Center and got food poisoning. So at 3:30, she crashes into my door and says, "Mom, can you come help me?" And then she proceeded to be very sick. tiger dress. Oh, is that a sports thing, Cherie? Remember, Vicky doesn't understand. Go sports. That song is way too catchy. It's in my head all the time. So let's decide. We know this is going to be here, right here, high five. So do we want, oh, but the heart could tie this heart in, right? So we could do that. Do we like the heart? I don't like the heart. She saw all the concert goers. Oh, and Devin's outfit was so cute. She looks so cute. I love this orange. But where are we going to put it so we can see it? This is the one that I'm having the trouble with, to be honest with you, is the high five. The high five might get X'd out, and I might put something smaller in black up there. You see what I'm saying? I love high five, but that's what's throwing me off. The strip is my pick too, but look, if I put it up higher, and then I find another element that I can add that's black. I like that, and then something else. So let's find, it's going to be on the sticker sheet, the sticker for the win. What's your dumb opinion? I'm not a fan of the high five either. Not a dumb opinion. I 100% agree with you. The scale was off. She did not buy merch. She was fine, other than she shouldn't have ate. Don't eat chicken fingers anywhere unless it's a proper place. Because if it's a kid cooking your chicken fingers, they don't cook them long enough, it can be a disaster. She should have had a pretzel or popcorn. Right? Stay safe. Have a carb. So I like this. And now I'm going to find one more element up there that's black. I need to tie a piece of black in there. And what is it going to be? One of these strips. Look at right here. Oh, I like that. It's important to document all the memories. Look at. See? And whatever. Some of those things I'm like, good enough. Step away from the layout. I am going to add another element up there, but that's the base of it. And I'm sure that Julie is like, see, I told you, Vicky, you should have just not done anything in that corner and you wouldn't have to worry about it because your layout would have been done already. But I was saucy and said, I do what I want when I want. But I like this, and then that little bit of orange. Look. Digging it. But now you like it. Well, good. I'm glad. Right? The clip. I think a clip up there. I agree. Tisha. I'm kind of going with that too. But look how fun. We started with some mixed media. I loved that, just doing that background, but I am definitely lean a lot towards, especially for my single page layouts. I really like to do mixed media on those. I'm going to hold this up because I can't see if it's straight. So yes, giving you guys that little sneaky peek of the flip book. For any of you guys that are going to be in Conroe, in Texas. Hey, Cherie, is that charcuterie restaurant still there? I want to go to the charcuterie restaurant there. Your layout would be great for a camping lake pic. It totally could, wouldn't it, with the blue? I think you could put anything on here, though, right? Hey, love that smile. Document. Write it down right here. It's important to document all the memories is pretty much you could put anything on this page, right? You could put anything on this page. And I feel like this pretty much encompasses. And here's the other thing. is it looks totally different than most other thing. No, it didn't close. That's sad. Cherie, that restaurant was so good. I'm sad for those people that didn't. There was a restaurant in Conroe, and it was a charcuterie restaurant, and it was the most interesting thing ever. I'm sad. I was really looking forward to that. I could already taste it. You'll have to help me find some new stuff. That's too bad. I think starting restaurants is probably so hard to make it work. Do you guys think it's done? I think it's done. I don't think I need to add anything else, right? We loved that, right, Robin? I didn't even know you were here, you little sneaky. I know, so very sad. Yeah, it was really good. And you know, the other thing we have to do at some point, Cherie, is go to that camp place where all those little cottages are on the lake. And the one cottage has a hot tub, and I'm going to rent that cottage. It has a pool and a hot tub. We have to do that. I have to come in the summertime. It was a charcuterie restaurant. It was brilliant. Smartest concept ever. I'm very sad about that. So I think it's done, friends. Don't you? What do you guys think? What's that? Do we like it? I really love this page. I have to say that. I really love it. That was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this, because here's the other thing is you could do this in any color palette. A lot of these elements come in different colors in the, so if you wanted to make this a girl page, just throw some flowers on it. Throw some butterflies on it. Like a butterfly up in this corner here. You could add a floral right here if you wanted to. I don't have anything, but, oh, where's my bin? Look it. If you want to girlify it, look how quickly. Here's your option for girlifying it. Here's your option for making it. Look at, boop. Right? And then up here, instead of our birdie, would be a butterfly. Look at, and then you could add some feminine aspects to this page. And then I would put probably another butterfly up here somewhere too, right? Look at, pretty easy to make that, well, again, I would put butterflies on a page with Riley on it. And I'll tell you why, because I like butterflies. So I don't care. If I want to use them, I'll put them on everything. It's like hot sauce, right? That Frank's commercial. I'll put butterflies on all of it because I like them. And I'm the boss of me. So I love that. Just switching some of those things out, you could totally do it. Yeah, my boys get butterfly, just got a butterfly. I love it, right? Boys like butterflies. But if you don't, it's okay. And that's why I'm going to tie this in. Next, on the 11th, will be the official release of my new collection that also has a subcategory. Two things are coming out in addition to my new collection that you're going to be over the moon excited about. Like one of the things is kind of an intro to something we're going to be building on. You're going to be so excited about it. And then I am going to do my own Vicky Bouton walkthrough. I will announce the date next Friday, and then we'll talk about all of the things. So you do not want to miss. Even if you can't join us on the 11th, I will do like my traditional walkthrough. You can watch, it will be recorded with Janine. You can watch that when you can. And then I will do a full walkthrough. I'm going to have lots of sneak peeks and close-ups and lots of stuff posted. It is a little bit complicated. Just ask Jill all the things I'm going to be doing. I need a piece of paper because I'm going to show you this quickly. So here's what's going to happen. Here's my Venn diagram. I don't know if it's a Venn diagram because I don't really know what that is. I just thought it would sound fun. VB, new release. Sept 11. VB release walkthrough and inspiration and giveaway the following week. I have to pick a date. It's either going to be on Monday or on Wednesday. What do you guys think? Should I just do it on Monday or Wednesday the following week? Okay, with this is going to be main collection, Halloween, and surprise mini release. For that one, I think it's going to be, I think it's 4 additional SKUs. This is 1 SKU, 4 additional SKUs. I think it's 4, could be 5. Okay. Classes is going to be main collection, weekend event, pre-order, and that is going to be in January 26th. The class will be, because we're not going to have any time to get that in this year, but there's going to be a Halloween layout class. And that is going to be date to be determined. But I'm trying to get it done prior to the 31st. But even if it's after the 31st, you will have your photos. But there will be a Halloween layout class, and that is a kit. Okay? What I'm going to do is a bonus. So bonus free class is a Halloween flip book. What do you need for that? The collection pack and cardstock. Because I want to be challenged to only use the collection pack for the flip book. The Halloween layout kit is going to be a pre-order as well with access only. I will list everything you need for that because some of these surprise mini releases are going to be part of the Halloween kit. Does that make sense? So I just want you to right? The 11th is when I'm going to do it with Janine. It's going to be on 49 and Market's socials. It's not on mine. It's on hers. And then the following week, I don't think I'm going to do it Friday. I'm going to do this on Friday. I'm going to show you the magic of this because it's technique based. And then the following week, so this 11th is Thursday. So the following Monday or Wednesday, I have to decide, I will do my full walkthrough and the kits will go live. The kit pre-order will go live. What kits will be available? The main kit and the Halloween layout kit. What do you want to buy from your favorite online stores? Extra of the main kit, because I'm going to be doing tons of Friday Night Live using this collection. There will be nothing left, just a few little bits. I'm going to be using most of it in my class. So a lot of you guys already know you'll buy extra paper, maybe another set of the icons, maybe you want the lasers, whatever. Halloween will be a layout class. I have very limited number, but I will list everything that you need. You can decide what you want to do. Jill has decided she's going to try to nab 2 of these packs and she'll have everything she needs plus extra. And then the bonus, which is not a kit, I'm doing this for free, is going to be a Halloween flip book that I'm going to do on a Saturday as a free class to support the retailers. So it's a Vicky Booten free class. Ask your favorite store, say, hey, make sure you order extra of that Halloween because I'm going to need to buy extra because Vicky's doing a free class. Does that make sense? There's my little diagram because I know I confused Jill. She's like, I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. And some of you might still be going, what is she talking about? So I hope that helps. It's all coming. I'll explain it better. I will do a proper diagram on my newsletter because I will send a newsletter out on Thursday when the release comes out, showing you the new collection and then talking about when all of this is going to happen. I'll give you dates for everything, okay? So thank you for, this is not glued down, Vicki. You're just leaving that all willy-nilly. I will find a photo of Riley. I will post this on my socials. Here again is a close-up. There's our little cluster on the top. Right here, it's important to document all the memories. And then on here is a pocket that is interactive that you can put a photo or journaling on. And then when you put it in your pocket page, cut a slit across it, put a little tab at the top so that you can pull it in and out without pulling your whole page out of your album, like out of your scrapbook album. And then we have rub-on. We did the whole mixed media, so if you weren't here at the beginning. So yes, thank you very much, Julie. Like she said, if you haven't already, like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. And it's so easy to thumbs up. It's so easy to leave a comment on the video after, and it just helps us find more people in our community. And if you haven't already, make sure you join the Vicki Booten Creative Community on Facebook. I will post the finished layout there. I figured it out on here, guys. I got smart. You can post in the community. So I posted stuff from last week on the community page here on Facebook. So if you are already subscribed, you will see I can post still photos on here. I learned something new. The old lady learned something new. So have a wonderful weekend, friends. I'm going to be kitting the Christmas kits. Those are going out this week. So I'm excited about that. Both my palettes arrived today. We are going to be working on that all weekend. So be watching for your notifications, my Canadian friends and US friends. And I will reach out to all of my internationals. So anybody who reached out asking about a kit that I haven't sent you an invoice yet, I'll be doing that this weekend. So all of my friends in the UK, there were a couple in Australia and a couple in New Zealand. I will be sending out those invoices and those kits are going to be shipping next week. Okay? So I think I covered everything. So yay! It's going to be good. I think you guys are going to be over the moon with this new release. So let me flip the camera. Say a proper goodbye. Oh, and then I can show you closer. Look at, there's a closer look. The mixed media on this is so fun, tone on tone, using the kissing technique and a stencil. And the ink I used was Summer Sky. You do not have to use this. You can use any of your distress ink. Happy birthday, Mary Pat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. And here, I find this is helpful. I love this page. I love it. Oh, and last week, don't look at the back of my hair. I don't know if I combed it. We did this card. This is what I posted. We did this card. Boop, boop. And I haven't finished it, but look it. I did get the base of this layout done. So I will finish that and I will post it. But that was last week. So if you're new here, like, subscribe, and go watch all the content. We do so much stuff. There will be so much stuff to keep you busy. And crafting is good for your mind, body, and spirit. It, I think, slows your heart rate. It calms you down doing this stuff. Goes beyond, it's beyond a hobby. It's beyond a hobby. It's for your health. So I prescribe for this weekend to take a little time to do something messy and creative and do something that fills your cup. And I will see you on the 11th. I will post the links for where I'm going live with Janine, and then all the information for me to do my walkthrough and tell you all the inspiration that went behind the new collection. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're watching in the future world or after the fact, thank you. Don't forget, thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And when this video is no longer live, please leave me a comment what your favorite thing about tonight was in the comment section. And I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.